In the previous class, in English language chapter 35 more vocabulary, we have discussed two things. The words referring to groups means a particular name is given to a particular group of people or animals or things. Like a number of people are there together, then we call it a crowd. But if a number of sailors are together, then it is called a crew. We will not call it a crowd. So, in this way, the different names are given to different groups. And the second thing that we have learned in the previous class is the names of baby animals. Like the baby animal of the dog is called puppy, the baby animal of cat is called kitten, the baby animal of duck is called duckling. So all this we have learned. Now today in this class we will learn about the sounds that are made by the animals and the sound that are made by the things or the objects. So what do we call those particular sounds? For example, like the sound of a dog is called bark, or the sound of the loin, the voice that comes from a loin, that is called a rod. So different names are given to the sounds of different animals and birds as well as the things. In the previous chapter in English literature, in the chapter 19, where we were discussing about what the students want to become. That was the chapter where the teacher was asking to the students that what do you want to become when you will grow up. So there we have learned the word crackle. When the students starting existing papers in which they have written the speech. So the term that was used there, the crackle, means that was the sound made by the papers. So that particular name was given there. So in the same way, the different objects or the different other things that make different sounds, we will learn that today in this class. So first we will start with the sounds made by the animals. Sounds made by animals. So apes is the animal, and the sound that is made by apes is known as gibber. Gibber. Next is S is the sound made by S is known as drill. Apes kind of monkeys and asses, another name for donkeys. Bears, the sound that is made by bears is known as growl. Next, bees. The sound that is made by the bees is called hum or buzz. Next, beetles. The sound that is made by beetles is LE is known as drone. That's why you know the drone camera that was named after the sound. Birds. The sound of the birds is known as twitter. That's why you must be aware of very well-known social networking site Twitter, and that has a symbol of a bird. Why? Because it is named after the sound of the bird. sound is called bell. The next is camels, and the sound is known as grunt. The next one is cats, and the sound is known as purr or very commonly mew. It is the sound of the cats. The next one is cocks, and the sound is known as crow. The sound of the cocks is called crow. Cows, sound is known as low or moo. If you have heard the poem, there was the sounds of a number of animals. Old MacDonald had a farm. If not, you can find it on YouTube. A very nice rhyme for the kids. Next, crickets. Not the plane, but it is a kind of insect or bird. The sound is known as chirp. Crows, cock, CAW. Dogs, commonly known as bark, or sometimes it is also called wren or cow. These are used when the variety of dog that is very much similar to the wild animals, or the dogs that are very dangerous, or the sound is very loud. Then we use these terms, otherwise commonly the sound of the dogs is known as bark. Next, donkeys, bray. Sound that is made by the donkeys is known as bray. Doves, the bird, or pigeons. Sound is known as coo. COO. The next is ducks. Sound of the ducks is quack. This is also there in that poem. Eagles or hawks or vultures. The sound of all these birds is called crane. Elephants, trumpet. Is also a musical instrument which makes a very loud sound. That is why that musical instrument is known as trumpet. Flies, buzz. The house flies, butterflies that you find at home very rarely nowadays. So that sound that is made by flies is known as buzz. You must have heard of flies buzzing. The next is frogs. The sound that is made by frogs is known as The sound that is made by bees is. This is the plural of goose. Next, goats. Sound that is made by goats is known as bleat. Hence, the sound is known as cackle or cluck. Sound of horses. Neigh. This you will also find in the poem. Jackals. The sound is known as howl. So that's why when I mentioned about the dogs that the sound is known as bark, wag or howl. So the sound basically for the jackals is known as howl. So the dogs which are very big in size, large in size, and they resemble to jackals more of towards the wild animals rather than the pets or the street dogs. That's why we use this term for the there we use this term for the dogs. The next one is lambs. Bleat. Next, lion. Roar or growl. Commonly we use roar. Mice. Squeak is the feminine of mouse. Mice is the feminine of mouse. Monkeys. The sound is known as gibber. As the sound goes of apes first that sound that we learn. Because the apes are similar to the monkeys. So the sound is also known as gibber or chatter. The next one is owls. Sound is known as hoot. The next one is oxen. Sound is known as low or bellow as of bulls. The next one is pigeons. Sound is known as. The next one is pigs. The sound is known as grunt or squeal. The next one is sheep. The sound is bleat. Here, the sound of lambs is also bleat because lamb is the name for the baby sheep. So that is bleat. The next is snakes. Sound is known as hiss. Sparrows. The sound of the sparrows is known as chirp or Twitter. The next one is tigers. Sound is known as roar or growl. The next one is swallows. And the sound is known as twitter. The next one is wolves. And the sound is known as howl. The next one is wrens. And the sound is known as warble. So these are the sounds or the names of the sounds which are made by different animals.